Hello there. So, Reaper. It is a digital audio workstation which I do not use. I use Ardor. However, Reaper is very popular. It's used across multiple different platforms. It's available for Windows, it's available for Mac, and it's available for Linux. So, this is my genuine first time ever reaction on Reaper. And I have done zero research. I know there's a free evaluation that I can get, and I know that it's available for Linux. And I just quickly googled Reaper, and here I am at Reaper homepage, reaper.fm. And this is all 100% new to me, so bear with me. Let's see how this goes. Download Reaper. Looks pretty much what I need. Supports all Windows versions from XP to 11. Supports Linux on Intel and ARM. So you can run this on Raspberry Pi, I think. And the Windows version also works well with Wine. So that is actually kind of surprising that they are promoting using that when they also have the native version. I mean, like, Wine is very, very, very good, but it's still kind of like an extra layer. Feels somewhat unnecessary. But anyway, so we have Windows version, same version for Linux, same version for Mac. So the builds are rolling for all of these platforms. 8664, which is for my processor, that's what I want. And 12 megabytes is very small. It is surprisingly small. Let's get that one, and apparently it downloaded it immediately. So it's a tar package. Let's go to my downloads, extract it, and let's see what we got. We have some sort of install script, and we have a readme. Let's take a look at the readme. Requirements set like this, that you need to have this and this and this and this. Run without installing. You can run Reaper directly from the extracted tarball. Simply navigate to Reaper and run Reaper. Well, that's what we are going to do. Yeah. Too long, didn't read. So Reaper folder and Reaper. So it's an executable, so I think we should just be able to run it. And we can. It's kind of cool. So it's scanning my plugins and everything. Opening slightly on the other window there. Reaper is not free. It is a paid software product. If you use it more than 60 days, you are required to purchase a license. So here it is, people. You at the forums and everything saying that, yeah, you can use Reaper forever. No, you can't. It says it here. You cannot use it after the 60 days. Buy the license. It's actually very cheap. I think it was 120 or something like that. Doesn't matter. We are not using the evaluation, so let's just do that. We don't have a license key. We can just go still evaluating. And here we are. It's kind of like an edit view. I guess we will add some tracks here or here. So we have a master output here. Track. New as first track. New track at the end of track list. Multiple. So there's I feel like this is a little bit bloating the menu, because can't you have this somehow, like just insert and reorder or something? I don't know. But anyway, insert new track. Let's go with the shortcut. So Control T. Wow, that was fast. So now we have a track, and somehow we obviously need to add the input of this track. Now let's take a look. By the way, in my Linux sound system, how do we see Reaper here? Because we are in jack, which is basically it's pipewire in when you have pipewire and you have pipewire jack, and then it's It's in Pipewire environment, so we should probably, yeah, we see Reaper here. And it has automatically connected to my first two inputs and my first two outputs. And this is what you usually see because very often you have audio interfaces that have like two inputs and two outputs. Obviously, two output is a stereo output, and two input is just like input 1 and 2 and so on. So yeah, automatically connected to everything. All the other things you see here is actually my recording setup. And I would actually want Reaper to be connected to the compressor because then whatever you hear from Reaper is actually getting compressed when I talk here to the microphone. So I will not do that yet here because I want to see how it's done here in Reaper. But yeah, it looks exactly how you would assume, I think. But we cannot see the input. So we have inputs 0 and 1 are going to Reaper. Inputs 1 and 2. So this is a stereo track then. Let's add another track just to see. So now we have 2 tracks. We still only have 2 inputs. Maybe there's some internal routing or something like that. Let's add another one. Still, but let's delete. All right, let's have the 3 here. So we should have like 3 or 6 inputs depending if they are stereo inputs or mono inputs. Let's go to options. I haven't even set my sound card or anything, so or my audio interface. So I assume there is some sort of setup for that audio device. System is jack. From ALSA I can definitely, so ALSA is when the kernel gets the access of your audio interface directly, which is actually the recommended way of using DAWs. But if I would do that, then I would lose the ability to record this video at the same time. So I should be seeing I see my Scarlett here. Yeah, I could just select it from here. I wonder if it would actually automatically detect the channels. Does it? I don't want to apply that, but let's see if it doesn't. I was kind of expecting it a little bit, but so 2 and 2. In reality, I have available now 8 and 10, but it can be extended also. So yeah, so this is not what I want right now. I want to stay in jack, and maybe I can just adjust. So here I have that I have 2 and 2. So 2 and 2. This probably corresponds to 2 inputs and 2 outputs here. So let's just add more. Let's add 8 and 10. And see, is there anything else like buffering and quite a lot of options here. I'm definitely not going to go through everything unless I really need to. Plugins. I saw it was scanning already plugins when I started, and it did scan my VST3 folder as well, so it has likely already scanned everything that I'm running through YaBridge, so I'm having some Windows plugins here as well. Yeah, actually cool to see if those work just out of the box. But anyway, I think that's now we have added those 8 and 10 inputs and outputs. If we now go here, yeah, now we really see, yeah, now we have 8 and 10. It's a little bit aggressive on linking everything. I would not want things to be linked like that. Now I'm wondering if this doesn't seem correct. how can let's see. So I have my guitar cord plugged into my input 0 or input 1 in my audio interface. So it's this one. It's going to the input 1. So maybe I can trigger this on. Oh yeah, hey, out of the box, nice. Okay, so I'm not hearing anything, but I can see. Also, the master is showing some action there. Weirdly, by the way, this is showing stereo meter, although it's it's here. It's not visible unless you trigger it. So or arm the recording. Okay. So you only select the input when you arm the recording. Okay. And yeah, audio or MIDI input. Here we can force that it's stereo. Or mono, I mean. So I want this to be mono because obviously I'm recording mono signal, so it didn't change those. It didn't change anything. How about this one? This also says mono. And it's actually... what was this? So this is just like the... I guess like the recording mode or something, or maybe like a track type. Is it a MIDI track or audio input? Record output. Okay. So okay, so we have post fader and pre fader effects stack. Okay, yeah, that okay, that's here. Record output I want to be mono. Still, no, it's now that this is now output. Is there like any hints here? So this is like what is this option here? I don't really get it. I think it was that one. So let's leave it like that. When in doubt, always do defaults. The input is still mono coming from capture channel 1, and my microphone is in 2, so I think we should see 1. Yes, we see my microphone. Pop, pop, pop. Yes. So okay, so channel selections work. Let's see how we see that now here. But there's like no change whatsoever. How does this thing work? Wait. This should be linked to the input 2 now. But I have 8 available inputs to select from. Is that what it means? And now I have... So I have like 8 available inputs to select. Wait, so I'm bringing in these inputs as selectable inputs within Reaper, right? So can I do it so that I'm actually bringing the input 0 as an input to the Reaper? Let's see if I can do that. Let's disconnect here. So let's put that my guitar is actually going to the input 2. So can we now? Oh yeah, so we can kind of rewire it. So now, yeah, so now it's input 1 is not connected, but this is now linked to the input 2, and the input 2 is actually in my input 1 of my audio interface. Okay, so now this doesn't make sense. So basically, we are saying for the Reaper that we have 8 inputs, and then we can do the hardware linking of my hardware for Reaper, you know, which are those actual inputs. So obviously we want to have them going like in ordered way, in ordered fashion, like it's actually going right here. So yeah, it all makes perfect sense now. Okay, but we are still not hearing anything. So basically what we want is so if I now use output 1, so basically it means then that if I choose Reaper to output from output 1 or 1 and 2, I cannot then output to the compressor because I have not introduced the compressor as one of the outputs. So what if I actually do it so that because the input 0 and 1 is actually my main monitor, so that I want to keep, but 2 and 3 I'm not using anywhere. So what if I disconnect those? Also those, I don't use those anything. But these are my headsets, so 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those are my headsets. And the one that I'm using right now is actually the 8 and 9 here. So what if I now put that the output 3 and 4 goes to the compressor? Hello, hello. Still not hearing anything. But now we somehow need to change Reaper to output from that, and it has to be a master bus setting. Root. This looks exactly like what we want. But now I'm only wait, what is this? New channels on sending track. 5, 4 to 6. Are those the ones that I just changed? 4 to 6. They are. They kind of are, yeah, because that's now pointing to different device. Delete. I cannot just change it here. Ah, yes. So now we can see the compressor, which is in, yeah, it's in 3 and 4. 3 and 4. 5 and 6 not connected. Yes. I'm still not hearing anything. Ah, what? Oh yeah, but actually I'm now recording the wrong one. I need to change that from here to that one. It's working. It's coming through. Yay. Okay. We are getting somewhere. Perfect. So again, I think all the other outputs are actually completely unnecessary for me because I only want to output to this compressor, at least during this session. So I think I can just remove all the extra outputs. Let's go to System Preferences, Device, and I only need one stereo output, so 2 channels. So if I now go here, and I can disconnect that and put it to there, like so. And it works out of the box. Perfect. Let's see the root here, what it says here. Oh, there's actually multiple still. So so the first one is now actually going to the compressor, and the other one is just not linked to anything. So I think you can just delete that. Still working. Perfect. Okay. We have a working input. We have a working output. So not bad. Now we have 2 of those. Let's try the effects next for the Let's actually, should I delete these? Because yeah, I don't need them to anything right now. So let's just delete this. Just to you know, understand what we are doing here. And assume that if I just yeah, that's just how it records. Files to save or delete. Oh, this is kind of, I don't know. I'm not sure if I like this or not, because I would just, you know, just delete, just click and delete, you know, what I want to delete. But I guess it makes sense if you do like multiple tracks at the same time or something. I don't know. I didn't hear click, by the way. We have a tempo. Probably an option. Metronome. Is it now enabled? Yes. Oh, that was easy. Okay. We have metronome. This is so many clicks. This is so many clicks. Yeah. Let's insert the guitar. Let's see. What was that? Oh, maybe it's just my microphone is. So I have a foot switch, so I can cut the mic, so it doesn't bleed that much. Okay, so and okay, it's on red here, so peaking. Oh, that resets, yeah. Effects, FX, obviously effects. Show effects. So, okay. What are? Wait. So 2 different buttons. What is this? Show track FX window. Same. Okay. So this opened. Add effects to track and what? So it behaves differently when it's open or not. Oh yeah. So double click to open both. Yeah, but just normal, you know, search. So let's try to find neural emulator. Do I have it here now? Yes, I do have both. I have the LV2 version and the VST3, which is the. So this is running through YaBridge. So this is a Windows version of neural emulator. Yeah, let's try that. Just I assume double click. Okay, yeah, it's there, and it seems to embed it here. Okay, it doesn't. It doesn't resize. It took the. Oh, yeah, it took the size. At least it kind of felt like it took the original size, but it doesn't resize. Let's add a model. I use Helga B 6505 plus Red Channel MXR drive version 2. And it sounds like shit without an impulse response, but the Stevens NAM is not capable of loading stereo impulses, so I have only stereo ones, so I need to use another plugin to load the impulse response. Convolver. IR Convolver Mono. And okay, so the UI does resize, but only like initially, I guess. Yeah, only initially. Okay. Yeah. Impulse response. Browse. and cabinet IRs, original free, original between. It's not too loud. It's, a bit of noise. Oh, the noise gate is very good. Nice. Hey, that's very good. Okay, I would want to do doubling of guitars and a bass. I'm sure that's possible somehow. Let's see. Now there was this selection. Now let's add a new track. It's probably some sort of track selection thing. So do I have it? I have to have that armed, so I can I now put like no. Wait. Item group items, or maybe group. No. Track. Move tracks to folder. Is that like a? I guess that's like a group, maybe. It's not necessarily a bus, but it kind of sounds like a group. Oh. Oh, hey. Is this a bus now? Track is a folder. A track, a folder, or the last track in a folder. What is the special thing about the last track in a folder? I don't know. But now I have... Okay, so now I should be able to pan, because if I do doubling, I want to pan this hard pan to left and hard pan to right. Okay, and now I only hear so this one doesn't have the effects stack at all, because obviously I have it here. Could I have this? It's kind of like a it is now a mono stack that I have. Should I wonder if this version of NAM already had the two inputs. I think this version of NAM already has two inputs. Now I get it why people want two inputs of the NAM. It is... What do they have like here? Because I compare this to Ardor. In Ardor, if you add a mono plugin to a stereo context, it doubles the plugin automatically for both channels. But I'm not sure if that happens here or can happen here. I'm not sure, because I cannot see any kind of way of doing like this manual routing between the plugins. I think it's just that so this is one in and one out. 2 in plus what is the... okay. So there is some sort of maybe IO. Okay, so there is routing options here. So receive from track channel 1 and send to track channel 1. Yeah, maybe let's not overdo this. Can we copy these? Yes. How about I copy all, and can I add them to the bus? That's so double click to open this one. Paste. So now I have them in the stereo bus, and I can probably remove these now. So now I have no effects there. But this is a mono plugin now. How does this work now? Because this is a mono plugin. Has it duplicated it, or does it really pass? Does it pass like both of the signals through that one, and then it's no longer stereo or mono? This now makes no difference. I'm thinking this could work if I change this to a stereo version. So let's add a convolver stereo and remove this. How to remove selected effects? Yeah. Browse. Oh, it was. I think it was there actually. That. It still doesn't make any difference. So, is this now like a stereo mode, or? Because if it would be stereo mode, I should stop hearing like left or right when I mute one of these. Doesn't make sense otherwise. This is pan, or maybe the panning doesn't work. Oh, but let's remove these plugins. Let's see. Oh, yeah, definitely. So now yeah. So it works. So what if I only have the NAM? Okay, yeah, so NAM already messes things up. How about the... Okay, so the stereo convolver works as expected, but NAM doesn't. Yeah, so okay, I have seen people... I have seen people complaining about this thing in NAM that they want to have stereo processing for it, even though NAM essentially, it's always a mono to run a mono signal through this mono model. That's always how it is, but you can have it as stereo if you have double NAM instances, you know, underneath the plugin, hidden underneath the plugin or so. But then it takes double processing power, so yeah. I guess the only way of doing it properly would be to actually have the NAM now separately for both of those. So let's cut it from here and add it to these. So if I paste here, I've got to say this is quite intuitive to use like this. So except that I don't get it this. So now it opened it. It's weird. Okay, so now I have the NAM pasted for both the left and right, and I have the convolver. Yeah, now it's working as expected. So now I actually have the impulse response on the bus, and then I have two different amps on left and right channels separately. Okay, I guess that was harder than expected, but also obviously it's kind of a little bit to blame the plugin itself. So also in the same situation, if I would have any mono plugin, I guess I would have the exactly same issue. So I'm pretty sure that there is some way of doing that, because it kind of feels that it's like an unnecessary restriction. But yeah, let's try to record something. Okay, just something. One track at a time, because we want to do doubling of guitars always. So the click is on. Go to the beginning. Good enough. I've got to say that this is kind of annoying. I think this hopefully is possible to disable this window. Why I would want to every single time to non-save or not, I don't know. It kind of feels stupid. But here we can. Okay, so it also shows the waveform in the bus. That's actually kind of cool. This is not in Ardor. You don't have this. It's kind of like mirroring it there. That's kind of cool. Let's do the other track. Okay. Why the bus is only showing now that, like, what? And why the bus is not showing stereo? Can I somehow change that? I mean, like, is it showing like a sum of those? But then it must be showing sum of both left and right channel. Is that here like that this is now stereo? It didn't change anything. I can still record in this. Can I? So it's not like... I don't get it. So yeah. Can I record on a bus? So then it's not really a bus. Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me, and it didn't even apply the effects on that. Oh yeah, but oh yeah, it did, because I had the NAM on those not here. How do I delete? Yes, I can delete it like that. Good. I don't understand how this. Yeah, so I guess it's just like it is a bus, but you can record on a bus. So yeah, it's just not used to that. In Ardor, you don't record on bus. you can have a track that gets other track as an input. So I guess this is more like that rather than a bus. So it's a track that has input coming from two other tracks. So yeah, in that sense, it's the same. This that it renders the waveform here is kind of cool. So okay, here we can see that it's definitely takes it from here. Can I? There's some tools here too. Oh yeah, it cuts. Yeah, so it's a sum. But it also doesn't look like sum because it doesn't really change that much. I wonder what is that. It's like maybe like a mean between two or something. I don't know. I just know that this waveform that is here is it's not intuitive. But yeah. Anyway, maybe I'm just overthinking it. I don't know. Yeah. Can I somehow make them smaller or something? No. How about this mixing view here? Can I? Is there like a view for mixing? No. Group tracks. Master track. Show in mix. No. Show in separate window. Okay, so you can pop something out, but it's only the master track. What if I want all of those on a separate window? Can that be done? Show in mixer. So can I view the mixer in separate window? Mixer, floating mixer, but that's only master. Why it's not all? Monitoring effects. New. Routing matrix. Okay, this is. Hey. Okay, that's cool. I was just about to say that this is like a kind of very similar to what is in Ardor. Yeah, it is actually very similar. Not as pretty, I would say. Hey, there's tabs here. Oh. Ah, no, wait, what? That's the same tab. So. Okay, so let's put this back. View. Not floating. Okay, so it significantly changed when I just. Oh yeah, so it was like this and then I did this. Okay, so this is actually much nicer. So now we can see here where it's outputs. Oh, and now I can see the effect stack here as well. Okay, this starts to look like something I can work with. Yeah. And is there like looping or something like that? So can I do looping here somehow? Repeat. What does it repeat? Oh yeah, we found the looping. Cool. But there's locking. Probably that you cannot edit tracks. Snapping. Grid lines. That I don't know what it is. Envelope points. I don't know what is that. Ripple per track. What is that? I don't know, but it looks cool. I don't know what it does, but it looks cool. Item grouping enabled. Okay. Auto crossfade. So this is probably when you have multiple, you know, recording blocks that they crossfade automatically. I guess that's kind of cool. I wonder if Ardor has that. Open project, save project. Yeah, let's try to just edit this a bit. So let's end it there, like that. And can we also do some automation that we fade in, let's say like the left channel? Is there like an automation here? There it is, automation. Except that how this is used. Volume. Okay, okay, yeah, yep. This looks familiar. Oh. Ah, that was annoying. Oh. So, is there like an automation, like mode, a touch mode or something like that? Gets so I should be able to somehow record the automation also. Okay, so is it now recording or not? So now it's armed for recording, I think. So let's put that down. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's just record. Oh. I thought I had. Is it now recorded? So how to record automation then? Let's try that again. It always just goes, by the way. I think is that the bug? It always goes like more and more down, or hey, here it is. Right. Record fader position to armed envelopes. Yes. Can we delete that point? Delete point. Yes. Oh, it doesn't delete. It doesn't really matter because anyway, fading it in. So record. What? We are definitely recording. Let's continue and see if it's just warns for nothing. Oh yeah. Yeah, it warned for nothing because it's clearly recorded the automation, even though it complained that it's not recording anything. Well, it's not pretty or anything, and yeah, we can cut that a little bit like that. But yeah, so we achieved double-tracked guitars. We have a bus. We have automation. Let's output. I mean, like generate some sort of output out of this. So renderer looks like that. It's a WAV file. Can we do like a FLAC or? Yeah, we can. A bunch of different options here. FLAC, even MP3. Yeah, doesn't really matter. Let's try FLAC. master mix, entire product, render. Let's just go. Okay, let's open it to another screen here. That one. Okay, I guess that's it. That was me reacting to Reaper. I have nothing bad to say about it. I don't really know if it's easier. It does feel a bit more intuitive, I would say, than what Ardor felt. But it's really hard to say that because I know Ardor so well now that yeah, I definitely would do exactly the same thing way much faster in Ardor and everything. But yeah, I can see all the bits and pieces out there, and it works as expected, and it's even somewhat intuitive to use. So good work, Reaper. It's a good DAW. Okay, so thank you for staying this very long react on Reaper video, and yeah, I don't know if it was any use for anyone, but I guess it was kind of fun. I guess it was about time for me to check Reaper so that I know what I'm talking about when I'm discussing with people about different features and stuff like that. And I might be even trying it more, basically just to educate myself about this DAW. But I'm not going to switch the DAW. I'm just way too familiar with Ardor, so I see no point in something like that. Anyway, thank you, and see you in the next video. Bye.